Hello, my name is Jessica and you're watching a series of practice along videos, and those videos are about flexibility and flexibility techniques. We will work in those practice along videos in short sequences into our flexibility in an active and passive way. Flexibility is not only passive stretching, it's also working actively with our muscles. Why we want in general flexibility in our body is because the flexibility is crucial for our natural range of motion. So our natural range of motion in our joints. To keep our joints in a healthy state of manner and to keep the connective tissue around those joints, which is also muscles. Muscles are connective tissue. We need to elongate our muscles and keep our muscles flexible. Because when the muscles are tightening and the connective tissue is tightening, this also will decrease the ability to move our joints in a natural range, right? So for us humans, it is crucial to actually work into the flexibility on a constant level, I would say. And those videos help you to work into your flexibility, whether you are a yogi or not. For those videos, you don't need to be a yogi. But if you, for example, are working explicitly on splits and you really want to deepen your splits practice, you can, of course, use those videos to go further into your flexibility, into your stretching, or use those flexibility videos to warm up yourself and prepping yourself before going into any splits practice. You will need different props for the videos. 2 blocks I recommend. We use those blocks as resistant help and a strap. It could be also for a strap, it could be also a belt or bathrobe belt or something like this, but I highly recommend to invest in blocks if you are interested in working into your flexibility. Said this, let's get started. Meet you on the mat. Today you won't need any props, no blocks needed, and no strap. We will work into middle splits, but don't be afraid. You don't need to have your middle splits in your practice. You don't even need to be near to middle splits. It is just the journey towards this, and we use this as a vehicle to work into flexibility through using PNF technique, our active and passive stretching technique. Let's get started. Come into a wide stand on your mat, and we start to fold over into a wide-legged forward fold. Just gently move from side to side, just waking up our legs a little bit. Bend your knees, very organic, fluid movements here. Just waking up our hips, maybe like to do big circles with your hips, one direction and then the other direction. From here, come to stillness. Firmly ground down your palms. And then walk your feet slowly with the soles of your feet grounded to both sides or ends of the mat. Stop where your edge is. Keep your soles of the feet grounded, and we just rock back and forth a few times. Come to stillness. And now isometrically draw your heels towards each other. This does mean that your feet actually walking towards each other. It's just the feeling, and with this our inner thighs, our groins are going to be fired up. It's an isometric contraction, we call this, and we hold this. It's really contraction of the muscles. I feel it in my inner thighs. We hold this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, release. Do this 2 times more. Push into your heels, draw your feet isometrically towards each other and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. Take one breath here. It's challenging and our muscles are working. Once more, lift your pelvis a little bit. Draw your feet towards each other. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Release. You can stay here, or maybe you slowly make your way closer to the ground. At some point, the inner edges of your feet are drawing towards the ground, and your toes are pointing to both sides. It means you are releasing the soles of your feet. You can stay here on your forearms when you're in your middle split. Notice a middle split is also a back bend. Maybe you like to go deeper. It's all options. By no means you have to be in your middle splits by now. Wherever you are, stay here, and then we slowly make our way back to sit. Maybe you come up for a moment and then make your way to sit. Come into a wide-legged seat on your mat. We rock back and forth for a few moments with our pelvis. Get some mobility into our hips. And then release. Bend your knees, so with the help of your hands underneath your knees. Release your feet towards the ground, and then windshield wiper. Relax from side to side. This feels good in the hips, in the hip flexors. And once more, thank you for joining in today, and see you next time.